No holidays, looking to be the richest man in the graveyard. Tomorrow is not promised. Got to have work and life balance. Every guy that says this is a guy who's not on a mission. I didn't say a guy who's broke, because there are people who they have good and high paying jobs and that, but they're not on a mission. They don't have a burning desire. They just coastal along through life. Yeah, they're intelligent and that. So like doctors and that, they're not people on missions and that. No disrespect to doctors or lawyers and that. They're just highly intelligent people and that can earn a lot of money due to their intelligence and their brains and that. Now, obviously, are there some doctors and lawyers that are on a mission? Yeah, of course, and that. But for the most part, 99.9% of people are not on a mission, regardless of their salary. It doesn't matter. So any person that says, work-life balance and that, they're not on a mission. You think fucking Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk was talking about work-life balance when they was building out their businesses and that? Speaking of fucking Elon Musk, like them motivational video compilations and that, you have various different celebrities and that talking about like, that drive and ambition and whatever in it. Like you got to put in double the amount of time than the average person if you want the best results and that, whatever in it. So you'll see them compilation videos. It could be people from all different walks of life, even sports stars like Kobe Bryant and that. And Elon Musk was saying on one of them, he was talking about working 16 to 18 hour days and that. A man that's working 16 to 18 hour days is not thinking about fucking work-life balance, blood. Right? I'm not saying that man have to work themselves 24 hours a day and that, but if you want to get ahead, you're going to have to forget about this work-life balance and that. You rest when you go to bed and you wake up. Right? Unless you're having some health issues and that from working too much, then you might need to slow it down a little bit. But if you're not having no health issues, I'm not having no health issues from working, so I ain't fucking slowing down. What am I slowing down for? So all of these people, it's all a coping mechanism for not being ambitious and that. All this work-life balance and that, it's all coping mechanism. It's all bullshit. All of this, money is the root of all evil. That's what every poor person says. And I know rich people that have money and they're not happy and that. Well, tell those fucking rich people to give away their money. They won't do it. All of them, I've heard celebrities talk about, I know plenty of other rich celebrities that have money and they're not happy and that. Them same celebrities that are talking about money don't make you happy, tell them to go work a fucking 9 to 5. Tell them to get up at 8 in the morning and go and jump on the train and go into central London and work the little idiot bullshit shift and go back home or on 35 grand a year and that. They won't do it. So they're talking shit about, money don't make you happy. If money don't make you happy, if money don't make them happy, tell them to give away all their money and be a regular person. They won't do it. You won't do it. So I'm not trying to work myself into no early grave and that, but I got a mission and I ain't gonna stop until the mission's complete. I'm just driven like that. But obviously if you're not an ambitious person, you just don't understand the drive. You don't have that burning desire in you. That's why I don't even bother talk to much people that don't have my mindset, who are not focused and driven and that. I don't even want them around me. You're just gonna slow me down. So I know people, they want money, but not for the right reasons. They don't want to build up like a portfolio so that they can leave stuff behind for their kids. And they just want money so they can wear Rolexes and drive nice cars and wear Balmain jeans. And I don't want to be around no one like that. And it makes me think like the way I talk in some of my videos, and yeah, there's certain people that I talk like hypothetically talk about. I'm like, I know people that are like this, and I just make sure I just keep myself far away from them people there, boy. Like literally, I know a man who he actually fits the criteria of all the bullshit that I talk about. Like people that just wanting to get Rolex watches to stunt and that, drive a nice car and that, or they don't care about buying property and that. Like, I know people that fit that criteria, so I just stay far away from them. I'll stay far away from anyone that talk about, you need to have a work-life balance and that. Fuck that bullshit, man. Fuck that bullshit. All of it, man's talking about working yourself into an early grave and that. Well, what about the people them that live to 60, 70, 80 years old who are broke? Like what the fuck, man? Like, if they just adopted my mindset, yeah, they would be 60, 70, 80 years old and they would have money in their back pocket. They wouldn't be sitting in a freezing cold yard. I've spoken about this before, I'm going to speak about it again. So where I live in Northampton and that, just around the corner, there's some woman that lives in a house that's exactly the same layout as mine. Literally go through the front door and it's just exactly the same layout. And she told me that, so right now, in the present day, she's like in her late 70s, and she also moved to Northampton in her late 70s, in the late 70s. I can't remember where she's from originally. I don't even think it's from London, but I don't don't think she's from London. But anyway, she told me that obviously her husband that passed away now, so she's a widow. Her husband at the time, she proposed buying the property of the council back in the late 70s, yeah? So we're talking a very long time ago. She said she could have got the house for £8,000, yeah? I'm about to almost pay that in stamp duty for my next property that I'm going to start the process of conveyancing for. So she could have bought the property for £8,000. But the pussy old husband, he don't have that mind. I mean, it's not even taking risks, blood. But anyway, he don't have that mindset of long-term thinking and investing in that. So he said, nah, let's not do it. He talked her out of it. And at the end of the day, she can talk to him as much as she wants about buying the property and that. If he's not willing to go halves on the property, then she's fucked because she couldn't afford to do it on her own. Anyway, fast forward, 45 years and that. Because they need to invest in no properties, the woman is broke. The woman has no money. She's still living in a council house. Whereas if she had my mindset, if she was on a mission, or you know what, it's not even her, it's him. If he had my mindset, they would have both bought that property together. They don't have to be as ambitious as me, buying properties every other year or whatever. They could have bought that one property in the late 70s, then 10 years later, remortgaged, bought 2 properties, then bam, 15 years later, bought another couple of properties and that. Then just maybe sold a few of them and go and move by the coast in some little bungalow near the seaside and that. But no, she's stuck in shitty little Northampton. Probably some ratchet ass neighbours next door and that. And she can't afford to move and go nowhere. All because her husband he had a bad attitude towards, I don't even want to say risk because it's not risk. But he didn't have no burning desire. He left his wife behind with nothing. Jack shit, fuck all, nothing, blood. So I don't want to hear no one talk about working themselves into an early grave or work-life balance. Tomorrow is not promised and that. Blood, you're a big man, fam. How many tomorrows have you had since the day you was born? Plenty, thousands. But tomorrow is not promised. So you know what as well, yeah? These people that talk about tomorrow is not promised, yeah? Why the fuck do you do anything then? Like, what? Like, why do you exist? Why do you get up and go to work? Why don't you just live in a forest then if tomorrow's not promised? What's the point of doing anything? If you truly believe, tomorrow's not promised, why do you do anything? Why do you go to school? Why did you go to school? Why did you go to college? Why did you work? Why do you have a job? Why don't you just do nothing? Why don't you just sit on benefits and live in a forest or something like that? Because you know tomorrow is for the most part promised. All you lot that watch this video today, you lot will be alive tomorrow, next week, and a year later. You know, don't tell me nothing about tomorrow is not promised, blood. About all the old people then that's 60, 70 years old and that. They had a lot of tomorrows as well. Can't have that mentality, blood.